Hi everyone and welcome to the channel. In this video I am going to show you the SKYRC B6neo, this little charger that was sent to me by SKYRC to review. Now I think this is aimed at using at the field, so you could plug a bigger LiPo in and then charge your smaller ones, or of course you could get a power supply for you at home and then plug it in and charge up your batteries. Now I'm going to go and have a look. We're going to have a closer look at it at the charger itself. But it is a 200 DC watt charger. You've got the DC and USB PD dual inputs, and you can see those there. I don't have a charger that I could try and use the USB PD system. So what I did, I plugged it into my 4-cell 1500 milliamp hour battery, and I charged up this little, I think it's an 850 milliamp hour battery, which is a 3-cell. Sorry, this one is a 4-cell. So let me just look at the notes. I did a check. I wanted to, let me show you. We can use this as a battery checker. So if I plug in just the balance lead, there we go. And if I put it up to the camera, hopefully you can see that. You can see each cell value there. Now, when I checked this, I took my multimeter, which is a cheaper multimeter. It's not a really high quality one, I don't think. But the readings were, the multimeter said 15.62 volts on the 4-cell battery, and the B6 said 15.56. So it gives you some idea of its accuracy. So we can, let's take the battery out again. So I've shown you this side, that's the inputs. The outputs, obviously we've got the balance plug there. So it looks like we can do a 6-cell, 6-cell battery with this. And you've got the XT60 there for charging the batteries. So let's have a look. Let's take a closer look at it and plug it in and see how the menus work. And there we go. Let's take a look at this little charger, which I said earlier I think is to be used in the field. Now you can see we've got a huge fan there at the bottom, and it is quite quiet when it's running. When I was using it to discharge the battery, it wasn't very noisy. And you can see we've got the USB-C PD input there, which I think is up to 20 volts. And you've got your XT60 where you can plug in your bigger LiPo to charge the smaller ones. Now, on this side, obviously we've got our balance plug and we've got our XT60 there. So you can balance charge your batteries. And we've got on the front the simple controls. You've got a sort of enter, return key, and you've got a plus and a minus. So let's first do a closer look at looking at the used as a cell checker. So if we do this, hopefully we can see there. You can see it's telling us it's a 3-cell battery. It's got our individual cells, and then we've got the total voltage, which is 11.42. So now let's plug in some power the other side so that we can see how all the menus work. And it is very simple to use. So let's plug this in. There we go. Comes up with some graphics. Gives a bit of a warning not to leave your charger unattended, which of course makes a lot of sense. And there we go. So if we now plug the battery in, let's have a look. I'm going to need an adapter. I just realised that because this has got an XT30 on it. Right, bear with me. Back in a sec. There we go. I'm back. Let me pop this in there. This is my little homemade adapter. Okay, we're going to plug the battery in to the balance port. And in we go. There we go. So we've got our battery and our supply battery there. So if we hit the menu button, you can see now we can choose which battery we want to charge. So if we push enter, you can obviously, it's got all of the normal options there that you can charge up. Most of us it's going to be LiPos that we're charging. So you push enter, you can then go down and you can manually, I haven't plugged a 4-cell in, but I think it automatically detects the number of cells, but if it doesn't, you would just go down there and pick whichever one it is. So push enter, and we can then select whichever cell it is by going up and down to pick which one we want. We push enter, then we're going to go down. We can now pick which task we want, so push enter, and you can see we can do balance charging, we could do normal charge without balancing, storage, or discharge. So if we go back up, we're going to say balance charging, and then we can set what voltage we want. Now, as we normally set this to 4.2 volts all the time, unless you've got a high output LiPo. Then the important thing is we need to choose the correct current, which is already set up for this 850 milliamp hour battery. You can see, again, you enter and you just select whichever one it is. And then all you'll do is click start and it will start charging. So let's do that. There we go. And you see a graphic on the left there that's showing us what's going on. It's charging. So let's cancel. Okay, we want to stop. Just push enter and then it will stop. And that's simply it. It's such a simple little charger. If you want to see the absolute specs on it, I'll leave a link in the description below where you can go and see it. It's not an affiliate link, but you can just go onto that and it'll give you all the specs about this little charger. As I said earlier, I think it is for using at the field, but if you had a power supply at home, you could obviously use it to charge your batteries up at home. And that's it really. The fan is very quiet. It's not very loud when it's discharging, which is quite nice. Okay, there we go. There is the SKYRC B6neo. And there we go. We've had a closer look at the SKYRC B6neo. Now, what I wanted to do is I normally do a charging check on this and how long it takes. Now, just look at my notes. It took 39 minutes to charge this battery from the 4-cell battery here, the 1500 milliamp hour battery. And when I wanted to put it into storage mode, and I did it at 1 amp, it took 27 minutes to do that. So I just wanted to give that information. Well, I do hope you found this video useful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them in the comment section below because I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching. Happy flying. Bye for now. Before I go, I'd just like to say thank you to SKYRC for sending me the B6neo to review.